The rights of children is our responsibility as parents, as teachers, and everyone in the society, because we need to protect the right of children. And the best interest of the child comes first. So we should not be looking at our interest as parents first, but what is the best interest of the child? How is the situation that we have with our children? That's why we are discussing child protection and showing you how these children's rights can be protected by you and me. Remember, it is not the responsibility of any other person but you as a parent, a teacher, and a government official. All of us, even our court system, we need to protect the children. This is Phyllis, and this is our YouTube channel, Phyllis Shiko. Ensure that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, share, and like as we continue discussing the child protection topic today. So today we are looking at the rights of the children. I know many people complain about the rights of the children. They say because of you teaching the children a lot of rights, now the children have become uncontrollable and indisciplined because you keep pushing for children rights, and that is not okay, because children have to have their own rights also. As much as you're the one who has given birth to them, they have rights that we need to protect. And today we are looking at that. So number one, when we look at the children's rights, we want to talk about the right to education, okay? So there is number one, which is the right to education. So every child in this country is required, and it is mandatory for every child to have a right to education. Why? Because it is only education that can make these children be shaped to the right people they want to be in future. It is through knowledge, because knowledge is power. Therefore, when the children have the education that they have some power, they have some knowledge, they have some thought, and we are shaping their young brains to be the people they want to be, and also have their education. So when you are not paying the school fees for the children, when you are not taking your own children to school, you are violating the right of education for that child. So you are not looking at the best interest of the child. And that is why we are struggling with our pastoral community in Kenya, because this right of education, the children don't have. The children still go to look after the cattle, the children go still looking after the livestock, and therefore they have no rights to education. And the young girls get married at an early age. Therefore, we deny them the right to education. So when you look at the right to education, it means that you need to pay that school fees. Whether you have the money or not, you have to look for means, because you're the one who brought this child to the world, and therefore you have to cater for their own education. Whether you are a deadbeat dad or you're a deadbeat mom, you need at the end of the day to look at the best interest of your child and pay that school fees regardless. So if it is you who has been given by the court the responsibility to pay school fees, then do it. If it is you who has been given, whichever side, either the mother or the father, and that's why I say you have to look at it as both parents have the equal responsibility. So right of education is compulsory, and therefore this is what we train, and we want to talk about the children's rights and sing through that all these rights have been achieved. Number two, our children have the right to a name, okay, and a nationality. Okay? So our children have a right to be given a name. Okay, so you cannot just move out of the hospital, or maybe you've given birth at home and then you don't name the child. The child needs a name. So that is one of their rights. You have to give them a name, and they have to have a nationality. That means their birth certificate has to be written either they are born in Kenya or in South Africa or in Uganda. We need to know their nationality. Where do they belong? Because this is very powerful. We'll come to see how this is going to play in the name of the child and the nationality of the child. It gives the identity, the belonging that our children needs to have. They need to be nurtured from an early age to know, I am a Kenyan and this is my name. My name is Nancy, John, Kamau, Ole Sipit, or whatever name you have. So you have to name, but don't name your children funny names and names that will embarrass them when they're with the other children, and then there'll be mockery to other children. You know how children get bullied because of their names. So you have to look for the right name and also the nationality. That means the child has a right to the name and nationality where they belong. Another right that the children have, they have a right to good health care. I don't want to write the word healthcare alone because healthcare is healthcare. But the word is good healthcare. And this means that the child, when they get sick, they need, you either need, in Kenya, you have to have them in SHA, or you need to have them in an insurance company. You can give, you can choose Britam, you can choose Sanlam. I don't know if it still exists, Madison, CIC. All these companies have an insurance cover. So if you are capable, then this is the best you can do for your child. Make sure they have been enrolled to a healthcare. They have a right to good healthcare from the parents also. So it's your responsibility to take care of their health. Another thing, if you are not in SHA or any other government related insurance, then you need to enroll your child to that, so that when they are sick, they can access good health care from the hospitals that are there. Either they go to private or either they go to the public, as long as the child has access to the good healthcare system. Number four, the children have a right to food. Okay, so we talk about food security. I know people will say, oh, why do they have to put this? This is a must, because these children have to grow and they have to have good nutrition. So they have a right to food. So don't say that I will not buy food, I will not cook for them nice meals, I will not have a balanced diet for the children. No, this child has a right to food, and it is you as a parent to look for that food. As much as the NGOs are coming on board because they believe that the child has a right to food, then it means that they are looking at the right to this one and giving the children. As much as the NGOs are distributing food in school, as much as we have tap in the Kenyan system to give children food, but it is again the responsibility of the parents to ensure the child has a right to food. That is why you see, if we have tap to eat, or we have other programs for feeding, then they give you a watch to tap that food. So that is the response. The reason why they are telling you to pay the 600 or the 5 shillings per day for the children to feed is because the children have a right to food. So we need to look at it in that perspective. So do not, if it is you as a parent, you've been given the responsibility to buy food, if you're co-parenting, then you have to do that shopping at the end of the month and give the right parent who is staying with the kids that food so that they can be able to feed the children. So take your responsibility as a parent and ensure that you have given your child food. So don't take lightly the issue of the right of children. Children have their own rights and they need to be protected by all means. So we don't have to keep moving you to children's court, to the children's services, that you're not doing your responsibility. We don't have to push you to court so that you can pay for food. No, you just know that you gave birth to this child, either biologically or you are a guardian like me to many children. Then I have a responsibility to make sure that they have food and they have good healthcare system, and they have a right to their name and nationality, and they have a right to education. So we cannot just move around and discuss issues that you can say that, oh, it's not my duty. It's not. It is your duty to protect and to look at the right